Over the past 6 months, I've been waking up at 5 a.m. and here's why. I wanted to kickstart myself into achievement. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to achieve. Maybe you don't have this problem, but I knew I could do something interesting with my time. I had read this book by Sharma called The 5 a.m. Club. Maybe that's what brought you here, but if not, here's a quick summary. It's a book about a few characters who end up trying to figure out the secret to success. They are lucky enough to be guided by a wonderful guru and mentor who will give them all the tips. The main one being waking up at 5 a.m. every day and deliberately practicing improvement, which will lead to mastery. I read this book back in 2020 and it really resonated with me for some strange reason. I wanted to improve myself to the point where I could do whatever I wanted to do, which was make videos. If you haven't right now, it would be a great time to subscribe. I think it's here. Ding, 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 ding. Subscribe. So I bought into the teachings of the book. I was going to do it for 1 full year. Yes, a year. I wanted to make it this amount of time so that the end of the experiment wasn't always in sight. Have you ever went on a 5 kilometer run and you get to 2 kilometers and you think, I'm not even halfway? Then you get to 4 kilometers and you're already tired. And then by the end, you're absolutely exhausted. You become more concerned about how far you have been going or how far you've got to go instead of actually worrying about what's happening at that moment. I didn't want my experiment to be like that. I wanted to commit for a long time. That's why I chose 1 year. The 5 a.m. Club's main artery is that you wake up at 5 a.m. every day and spend the first hour subdividing your practice. It's called the 20-20-20 method, also known as the victory hour. 20 minutes of movement, 20 minutes of reflecting, 20 minutes of growing. Moving is exercising. You need to sweat. The harder the exercise, the better. Reflecting is journaling or thinking. This is a dedicated 20 minutes of deciding what you've done well, what you can learn from, or what you're going to do moving forward. Growing is learning. Reading a book, watching a tutorial, studying a course. That's how I spent my mornings in 2021 from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. doing these 3 things. You may be thinking this sounds easy. Is that it? The answer is yes and no. Each day on its own is easy, but stringing a lot of days together is the hard part. Your body will want to stay in bed, but it's your job getting up and getting out and getting straight into the 20-20-20 method. Move, reflect, grow. I get up and go for a run when nobody else is around. It is magical. It gives me the sense of I am getting ahead of the game. I reflect, usually by just thinking in solitude, but also by journaling sometimes. I find it a great way to find out what you have done for you which is really good and where you want to go in the future. I write down video ideas. I write down podcast ideas. I write down where I think I can improve videos and podcasts and set goals for myself. For my last 20 minutes, I need to learn something. This is where the monumental gains are achieved. I started learning about Instagram, how to start and get good consistent uploading. I learned about YouTube. I've learned about how to make a latte. It's forcefully growing, and after weeks you have come such a long way that when you look back about how much you've learned, it's scary. The book has really changed my life for the better. I get up and I get myself going and it creates a wave of momentum. By 6 a.m. I have done what I wouldn't usually do in a day. If you want something, you have to work for it. And that's what I'm doing every single day. This is the way to guaranteed success. If you don't stop working on something, then you guarantee success. So the big question you're probably asking right now is, has this made myself successful? You came to this video to find out what waking up at 5 a.m. for 6 months does. Here are my results. I have reduced my in-bed phone time by 100%. I don't spend any time on my phone in bed anymore. When I used to wake up and easily spend 2 hours on my phone, easy. I just got 2 hours of my day back. I'm incredibly happy. Getting up early gives me satisfaction that I am trying to become a master in whatever I focus my mind towards. I put my ideas down on paper, which makes them start to become a reality. I am working towards things that I want in my life. I learned how to make YouTube videos. I've released 50% more podcasts now that I have a weekly schedule and since starting the 5am club. This YouTube channel now has over 24 hours of view time. I consistently upload to Instagram 3 times a week. I have a vision of where I want to work towards. If you are not where you want to be in life currently, then I highly recommend joining the 5am club. Read the book, start changing your life for the better. I honestly recommend subscribing to the channel and liking the video if you have thought this was useful. See you in the next one. Peace.